Hey everyone, I'm gonna give you the top things that I've learned in about 3 to 4 minutes on my calisthenics journey so far. So if you don't already know, I'm Austin, I'm 25. I've been lifting for about 7 or 8 years, but I just started taking calisthenics very seriously. I'm not watching a lot of videos. I'm just out there every single day trying to learn this stuff. So about a month and a half ago, I set out to do 3 movements. That's L-sit, front lever, and handstand. And I want to give you just the top 2 or 3 takeaways from each one of those movements that I've learned so far a month and a half in. So L-sit, I can hold L-sit without parallettes for probably around 7 or 8 seconds. With parallettes, I'm upwards of 15 seconds, and I'll go for 20 next week. The big thing that I learned with L-sit is it's really all about leg strength and your flexibility. So I was a lifter for 7 years, and I was one of those guys that kind of skipped leg day. If you want to do L-sit, no more skipping leg day, okay? My legs were weak. I have videos you can find of how shaky they were. It's all about strengthening your hamstrings, strengthening your quads, and stretching, okay? I couldn't even touch my toes. So all about strength and flexibility in your hamstrings, and all about leg strength. All right, front lever is next. Big takeaways there. It's not about your core, it's really about your lats. So, and the number one thing probably you should know about front lever is it's definitely a more advanced movement. There are probably people that are pretty intermediate in calisthenics that can't do a full front lever. I've actually managed to do it. I think a lot of it has to do with your body comp as well. So just some genetic factors. But again, it's all about lat strength. You want to be doing weighted pull-ups. And then I'm actually coming out with a video. I think there are 2 exercises in the gym that I think will really help with front lever. I'll just spoil it. One of them is deadlifts, and then the other one is basically the cable pull down for back. So you keep your arms straight, pull down, because if you think about it, you're pulling down on the bar as you do front lever. Okay, next is handstand. Big takeaway there is an anecdote, actually. I met 2 people out at the outdoor gym that were just doing handstands like crazy, like experts. And I was like, okay, what's the secret? And I promise you guys, this is worth it. So what they told me was, and this is a lot, but they said do 5 sets of 60-second handstand holds against the wall. This is not with your face. This is not facing away from the wall. This is facing towards the wall. So you got to walk up the wall and then just hold for 60 seconds. Do that 5 times per day. Do you have any idea how exhausting that is? I tried it today. I could only do it like twice. And so the reason for that is that the handstand, the big misconception, this is the key. It's not like the balance piece is part of it. And I'll tell you what I do for that. But it's like 70% strength, okay? Most people don't have the strength for handstand. And it's hard for me to believe, like, I want to believe like I have the strength, you know? No, it's like 70% strength and 30% balance. Most people think it's all just about balance. It's not. You need the strength. So what they told me was do 60-second sets, 5 sets every day. That's a lot of strength. I would probably put some rest days in there. They're maybe exaggerating a little bit, but anyway, big takeaway on handstand. It's actually really about strength. And yes, for balance, I recommend doing the frog stand. You can look that up. And you want to be pressing your fingers into the ground and focus on balancing like that. Couple high-level takeaways just across kind of what I've learned in trying these movements and getting out there, and now I'm working on some other stuff too. But number 1, warm up your wrists. Okay, you do not want to be going into these movements without having your wrists warmed up. Okay, so you want to warm up your wrists, and you can look up videos on how to do that. Maybe I'll make one in the future as well. Number 2, know when to stop. You guys, every day I'm out there, hours, okay? You gotta know when to stop. And usually a good sign is when you feel like your energy is just not at the optimal point. That's probably a good sign that you really should stop. So that has been a big takeaway for me is I don't like to quit. I don't like to call for the day. I'm out there having fun. I really enjoy this journey, but you can feel it inside. Listen to your body and it will tell you, hey, it's time to stop. And at that point, you need to stop. Okay, those are some quick thoughts. I hope that's helpful to you, but those are kind of the top bullet points of what I've learned in calisthenics so far. There you have it. All right, get after it, everyone. And remember, don't quit.